NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Trying to find Jameson Williams, and it's 3rd and 4. You talk about this Bengals defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Herbert now. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. To the air again, Herbert. Going underneath to the tight end Green. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. In motion, the tight end. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. That is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. That's again complete to Palmer. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. A short one here, caught by McBride. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Herbert back to the air. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now a first carry here for the running back. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Buckeye, the young rookie QB from Ohio State.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in their team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator, the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Porter. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
They need 18 yards here on third down.
Looking to throw. Porter.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Tatum. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Herbert.
That throw taken in by Jameson Williams.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this one is right down the middle.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first...
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3-and-out on their opening drive.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So here are the Chargers to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Tatum. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Now Herbert off the bootleg. Going underneath to the tight end Green. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. 6-0 our score after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Bengals offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And we give you a look there at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns. You can see he's second best amongst NFL running backs at this point in the season.
Holding offense.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play, move on.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Porter. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The Bengals at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Off the play fake. Porter. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession.
Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started. and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. Up the middle they go. Tatum, and he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now it's Herbert.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Here's 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Weber. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. Off play action. Porter under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. Throw left side, complete. That's Craig. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Porter. Little underneath throw into the hands of Walker. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Porter.
Complete. It's Dotson.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. L.A. readies for its next possession. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
From the 35, here's second down and 3.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll send the tight end in motion. Herbert.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
He goes right back to Green. He's got it complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Again, Herbert.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Well, he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Here's Tommy Townsend now
as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's second down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
Looking to throw. Porter. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll look to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Throw out wide is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
This pass hauled in by Dotson. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chargers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Herbert now. Got his man. It's Williams. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
24-yard gain on the play.
On first down, Tatum. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5.
Here's Herbert.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And caught, right side, Green. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
2nd down and 3.
Here's Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Green. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. To the air again, Herbert. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that'll bring up fourth down as his Cincy defense stands up on third.
Unsuccessful pass on third down, but at least you got 3 points here in your hip pocket.
Yeah, and I would take it from my hip pocket and put it right on the shoe of my kicker and go get those 3 points. This isn't even a discussion to me. This is a chance to take the lead after a good drive. Do it.
All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because you've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, or if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Porter. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they try the right side here. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chargers.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Back to throw. Porter. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Third quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off the play fake. Porter. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Porter. He finds his man, complete. It's Craig. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll keep it on the ground. Tatum. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete to McBride. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Chargers first down.
They run the counter. Tatum. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let him run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
A gain of 6. First down, Chargers.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Out of the gun, Herbert.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line.
Holding offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Herbert throwing again. And that is incomplete. On is the Chargers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And the Bengals on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He finds his man, complete. It's Craig. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line.
The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 3.
Herbert. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Herbert.
A short one here, caught by McBride. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Play action. It's Herbert.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Bengals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
2nd and 9 now. His throw incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Herbert.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Going underneath to the tight end, Green. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Weber. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 19.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
The 71 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Third and goal at the 4-yard line.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 7 overall. And the Bengals will add to their 4th quarter lead.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Herbert to throw.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Herbert. And that's caught by Williams.
Now an injured player here, so a stoppage, and that's Jamison Williams who's shaken up. Now, plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert. Able to connect with Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 40.
Throwing, Herbert. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43.
It's a game of 10. 1st down, Chargers.
Herbert going to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Herbert. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
It all came down to one final jump.